All right. I'm watching RMCO right now. What's up, G, the Green Trader? What is up? So RMCO, this one we can take a quick look at. So any news on this? I don't see any news. Don't see any news on RMCO, but we're up over, what is that, 117% on the day. So no news gapper. That's always inherently a little bit more riskier because it could get halted by the exchange just for the T12 halt, where the exchange reaches out to the company and asks why the stock is up so much. Some of the times the company will come back saying there's no news to account for the move, and that's when you'll see a move, a dump in the stock, like an 80% dump after a T12 halt. And because it's halted, you don't have any control to get out. So it's always inherently riskier when you're trading a stock with no news. Doesn't mean you can't make money trading these stocks, but they're definitely inherently more risky. Could be a pump and dump, you know, like some chat room pump and dump. It could be like a Reddit pump and dump, or it could just be shorts getting squeezed, and eventually, you know, maybe the exchange steps in and asks why the stock is up. My coffee's at the perfect temperature. It's great. It's great. So it's the last day of the week. We had a 3-day weekend. Christmas coming up. I'm thinking a lot of traders are probably already took today off. They're probably traveling. Maybe going down to Florida from New York, enjoying the weekend. That's what I'm thinking that majority of traders are doing. Traveling to see family. So I'm not sure if today's going to be a super hot day, but I'm sure there'll be a couple opportunities at the open. I don't doubt it. There's always 1 or 2 opportunities every day. It's very rare that it's just kind of flat. How you doing, Baja Express? Good morning. Good morning. Fairy Tale, it's a little bit slower, but we did have RMCO. It's like more of like a slower kind of stair-stepping pattern, which is always a little bit tougher to trade. Definitely favors longer hold times, but we did get a nice surge after that break of 4, almost up to 5. So hopefully this can open up a little bit. If we can open up at the open, and since it's a recent IPO, we might actually get more volatility than we would expect, because of the lack of previous trading history, so lack of solid resistance, but you know, it also means lack of solid support. for recent IPOs. So, you know, high risk, high reward on recent IPOs. But we did get curl, higher volume, probably some short covering from the IPO price that ripped from where we opened IPO at 19, ripped up to $55 a share, and then dumped and faded all the way down to $1.48. That is a crazy short. If you got in that short up in this area between 40 and 55, yeah, I'm sure a lot of these guys are covering. I'm sure that's why we're getting that volume. Because you'd be stupid not to cover at $1 a share or $2 a share after holding it from 40 bucks. That's a major profit right there on the short side. But we could, you know, continue to squeeze, you know, any shorts that got in late. Let's say you got in late here around 7 or 8 or 9. You know, we can continue to have like a sort of like a domino effect, you know, as shorts start to take profit, late shorts start to cut their losses, and where it domino effects, you know, all the way up till it breaks that final resistance point, you know, maybe right here. Well, that's $11. I don't know if we're going back up to 11. That's aggressive, but maybe 5 or 6 with late shorts maybe taking their profits or stopping out for break even, and like a domino effect. So, you know, $6, you know, that'd be a great target. I don't know if we're gonna go past 6, but I'll put a level here just in case. That's not very straight. No. And this float on this stock is 700,000 shares outstanding. 700,000 shares. So this is something that we could potentially see a move on, since it's such a small float. It doesn't need a lot of money to double in price. It really doesn't. But also it doesn't need a lot of money to dump either. So high risk, high reward, but that's what we like as traders, as scalpers. We love the volatility. We like riskier. We do better on riskier stocks. Our strategy does better on riskier stocks because the what was I gonna say? I wouldn't say the profit potential is better on like more volatility, but I would say the opportunity. I don't know what kind of word I'm looking for. Good morning, Mikey. What's up? Mikey T, what is up? Good morning. I would just say like your opportunity for profit has a higher margin. There's higher margins when you're trading very volatile stocks. So it's easy to be like afraid of the volatility, but you know, if you did want to downside your risk, you should still trade it. You know, if you're in a very risky stock, like MSAI yesterday was a very risky stock. It was just so volatile. Like this thing ripped from $5 to $14, pulls back $3-4 a share, rips back up $4 a share, pulls back another $5 a share. That's a risky stock, but you should trade it. You should not sit on the sidelines on something like this, because this is the type of stock that you're going to make, like let's say you're 5 years into your career, this is the type of stock you're going to make $5,000 or $10,000 or $15,000. So it's good. Like, this has that potential to make that type of money just because of the range and the opportunity. So you should never back down and stand on the sidelines when you see something like this. You should, you know, if you want to minimize your risk, maybe take 10 shares, take 20 shares, you know, you just need to have skin in the game, even if it's on small share size with something like this, because you need to practice. And then slowly over time, as you get more comfortable, you see it over and over again, you're going to bump it up naturally to 100 shares, 500 shares. And you know, something like this could take 3,000 shares. This could have took 3 to 5,000 shares. I would say 5,000 max. Maybe you'd get some slippage on 5,000. But 3,000, I think this could have took 3,000 shares. And on this dip, if you got in 3,000 shares off 10, and you even got half of the move up to 12, that's six grand right there in less than a minute. 6 grand. So, you know, these types of stocks, you know, you don't want to be sitting on the sidelines, because the opportunity for profit is so large. Rather than if you're trading something like what we had yesterday was SMFL, which was a tighter range. Well, I mean, granted, this leg was pretty good, but at the open, it was real tight range. And to make that same 6 grand, you got to take like 15,000 shares to make that same 10 grand or 15 grand or whatever, 6 grand, what I said. So 15,000 shares, even with 15,000 shares, you'd have to make like 50, 60 cents a share. 50 cents would be what? 50 cents a share. And getting filled for 15,000 shares and getting 50 cents. First of all, getting filled for 15,000 shares is not as easy as getting filled for 3,000 shares on something like MSAI. So you also have to think about that. SMFL, you know, you're not going to get filled 15,000 shares. It's going to be a lot harder due to slippage. So you might get a bad fill. And then again, you have to make 50 cents. The range on this thing is not 50 cents. Like, it's going to be very hard to make 50 cents. Like, the best move of the day was 50 cents. So, and chances are you're not going to hit that from bottom to top. So, you know, something like that, you know, it's a little bit harder to make that same amount of money on something like this. However, doesn't mean you shouldn't trade it, but you just have to realize that the more volatile stock is, that's what we like as traders. And that's what we have to learn to, you know, accept and to deal with in the moment, and, you know, accept the risk, trust our gut, trust our system, and go for it. Because MSAI is the type of stock that you're gonna, you know, hit. You're gonna hit like new records in. So here we have NXTP. We know we traded this thing in the past. This thing has ripped over previous highs that we just traded. Let's pull up. I still gotta pull this up. Crap. I don't want to get DDoS, so let me pull this up on the other screen. This is a nice pullback. Hopefully someone's getting this pullback here. Not financial advice. This is an aggressive buy here. Damn it. Wow, what a rip. What a rip. Who got that pullback from 30 to 40? This is an extended buy. Holy crap. This thing came from 90 cents up to 275. Oh, man. Big green, baby, on NXTP. Merry Christmas. Holy shit. Big green, Baja Express. Way to go. That was a great dip. Who got that dip, man? I didn't hold from 30 all the way up to 70. Holy shit. Baja Express. Christmas is coming early. Think we can get a break at 275? We have news. We don't have the news on this thing. What the fuck is going on? I wouldn't try to catch a breakout. I'm not trying to catch a breakout. It's very extended right now. It's gonna need a pullback. At least it's gonna need to pull back. I mean, it's only 50 cents for me. Maybe down to 2. Got in at 149 out of 270. Hopefully you got some size on that. Please tell me you got some size on that, because that is a very nice trade. Oh shit, I gotta fix that. Hold up. Let me fix this here. Gotta find it first. Let me fix this here. Alright, there we go. Christmas came early for Baja Express. Damn, how'd you get in there all the way down there at 149? And how'd you hold all the way at 270? That's crazy. How did you hold that? Big balls. Fuck yeah, man. And we're still going. Oh my god. Look at this bounce. 220 up to 285. Uh-oh, watch the lows here. My boy Frez Yimshim. Oh man, that was a good panic dip down there at 1,240. Crazy. Crazy, man. Merry fucking Christmas. Yeah, this is nice. Market's still hot, man, from the previous week. I guess traders are still in the office right now. Dang it. I missed it by another second, man. It could have been. It was flashing 250 on the bit, too. Alright, let's see a pullback. I don't see a panic under here. Did like 2. That'd be nice, maybe. Okay, not bad there. Put some size behind it. Holding the support here. This dip was crazy, man. I was here too at 230. Oh, 20% bounce, man. And another bounce from here. Okay, here comes, looks like we might break support here, so let's see. Damn, I had an entry there at 219, sold it for break even. I would have been up like 40 bucks here, 20 bucks here. I think I'm in a little high. We'll see. We gotta hold this though. Okay, selling half, selling half, selling half. Let's go. Let's see a break of 250. Come on, baby. Uh-oh, going back down here. All right, that's it. Cutting break. I just cut that last part break even. Damn it. That's okay. That's okay. It's only 25 shares left. That was a nice trade though. So in at 28, out at 46 was my best exit. Majority out 39 and 46. Yeah, market's been hot. Market's definitely been hot. Yeah, the market kind of just goes through cycles. You know, we'll go through periods where it's really hot, go through periods where it's slow. It's definitely been hot since last week in November. Actually, we've been getting like consistent action. Most days you've had something. So I got a decent cushion so far in the day. Not looking to risk the boat here at pre-market. ATXG. ATXG from 130 to 173. A little bit lighter in volume, it looks like. Yeah, I mean, news from a couple weeks ago isn't going to really do much. It's got to be recent news. Like, that's already outdated 10 days ago. That news is outdated on an NXTP. I think it was just a short squeeze today. I'm not really sure, actually. But there's no news on it today. Oh, really? Let me see here. Yeah, so it didn't comply with the listing rule. That was around that was the 4th of December. Yeah, so the reason why they got that notice was because their stock price was too cheap for too long. I think after a certain amount of days, if your stock price is under $1 on the NASDAQ, you do get a notice of delisting. And so that's why the companies that are penny stocks that are under $1, they're more likely, they need to start pumping news or, you know, buying the stock so they can keep that price over $1, or they do a reverse split. In this case, it doesn't look like they did a reverse split. It looks like they release news to try to pump up the price so they can keep it above $1. So that's probably what's happening. We'll see if this holds up by 9:30. If it holds up by 9:30, it's definitely gonna be main watch. Looks like we're stepping down here, so I definitely want to be careful. Take a strong move down. I'm gonna leave it alone for right now. Hold on to my profit. Okay, that's why, probably safe to trade. Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna say it's safe, because trading is not safe. Trading is risky. So nothing is really safe in the market. You're always incurring risk every time you buy or sell a stock. So maybe this is a good time to review the disclaimer. All information is for educational and entertainment purposes only. I am not a licensed professional, or any information should not be considered legitimate tax, legal, or investment advice. Any information provided has no authority over your decisions. You are responsible for doing your own research before buying or selling. Day trading is risky. Studies show most people lose money. Triad trading's results are not typical, and there is no guarantee that you will have similar results. So keep that in mind. I'm not responsible for anyone's decisions in the market. Trading is risky. So have you had a lot of good opportunity here at NXTP? As I was opening my trading platform, we had this great dip from 225, rips all the way back up to 260. So this is sort of like that first 1 minute pullback setup. Very strong front side, first red candle. Pullback looking for a continuation, but since it was so extended, I wouldn't be looking for continuation. I would have just been looking for a quick pop, which is what we got. Another pullback. This is a little bit riskier, you know, when you're coming back, retesting the lows again. So it's a little bit riskier than the first time. We dipped down below, and the signal to buy was on the reclaim of these previous candles. We ripped all the way back up to 285. So another great dip. And then here again, I did buy the dip down here. I was in at 119, sold for break even, got back in. As I saw, it was kind of holding there. There seemed to be some support forming a bottom and tail. I was anticipating that pop, and we did get a nice 20 or 30 cent trade there. So not too bad, but I did miss a couple of these opportunities in here. you guys are still watching, let's hit that thumbs up button. If you're a new viewer, consider subscribing. If you do subscribe, you'll be in the new sub area here on the top right. Your name will, you'll be repping the top right there with your YouTube name. See who's gonna take Dex's spot. The Dex has been repping it for a couple days now. How are you feeling about the opening? And actually, I don't think it's because it fell below $1. Look at dilution tracker news. What's the dilution tracker news say? But anyways, yeah, how am I feeling about the opening? Let's see here. I don't know if I like NXTP. It's fading a little bit too far from the highs. Stair stepping down. That's never a good sign. We have RMCO still kind of holding up, so that looks, I mean, could be decent for the break of 5. I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to be aggressive right out of the gates if I don't see anything A+. I can't say, I don't know if RMCO is going to be A+ like right away. That might need like 10 or 15 minutes. I don't know, I kind of just take it as it comes. You know, I don't really try to make predictions too far in advance. Is a delinquent on filing 10K and 1210Q forms? Delinquent as in they're going bankrupt. I couldn't trade NXTP as interactive brokers data is delayed in trading view and the price is too far away. I needed to get that sorted away. Yeah, so trading view. Yeah, interactive brokers is delayed. Yeah, you don't want to be on a broker where your price is delayed, especially if you're like trading, like day trading or scalping. You need to have real-time quotes. I think I might just take my profits and run, come back on Tuesday. That's always not a bad idea. I did have a really nice trade there. Props to you. Good job. That's great. Well, ATXG's faded back down to low, so that I'm not really watching that one. NXTP is fading hard too. We need to find support on NXTP if this is gonna really be the one today. RMCO. Come on, people, hit the like button for the guy. I don't know how many likes are on the video, but hopefully you guys are smashing that like button here for me. RMCO. I guess RMCO has to be the best on the watch list. It's consolidating near the highs, holding, you know, support. You know, you got ascending support, whole dollar resistance point. So I think RMCO could be potential. It does have a low float, 700,000 shares outstanding. NXTP just faded too far. One thing about SMFL is that we're kind of creeping up here. So I'm going to keep that on the watch list as well. It's always good to keep previous gappers on the week on the watch list, because you never know if it's going to have a bottom bounce or if it's going to have that second day rally. For example, let's take a look at CCCC. Looks like we're finding support here, so we're probably going to see some sort of pop at some point. Maybe not today. I don't know. I guess, I mean, it could be today. I wouldn't rule that out, but, you know, we might need another, you know, something like that maybe. Looks like RMCO is holding that ascending support, respecting ascending support there. That's good to see. So we came down and kissed that support line, and looks like buyers were there to eat that up, and we ripped back up there. So I guess RMCO is going to be the one I'm going to be watching here at the open. We got a decent, we got an okay cushion here, which is good. So probably just gonna send out some feelers at the open on RMCO, and if I start to connect on some feelers, then I can jump it up to 1,000 shares, 1,500 shares. And potentially have a nice day. Good luck today, Mikey. Good luck, good luck. Looks like NXTP found some support finally. GMBL is getting attention. Oh, Jesus. So this is another reverse split here. So GMBL has a float of 1 million shares outstanding. Well, that's outstanding, so let's get the float. So after reverse split, the float of the stock is going to be a fraction what it was. So now it's 1 million shares float, so very tight supply, and that's why we had a huge move on MULN yesterday, because we just had a reverse split on it, and the float went from like 50 million to like I think 1 million shares or something like that, and absolutely ripped from $7 to $18. So kind of fitting that same game plan on GMBL. So keep that on watch, because if we just saw a nice move on MULN with the same parameters, the same setup, we could see the same on GMBL. So let's keep that on watch. It's going to need more volume. We're going to keep that on the side chart. Volume still 23,000, 9,000, not enough yet. NXTP is curling up too. NXTP. So, you know, attention may be scattered. So I want to wait for the winner, the broken slot machine, the one that's making the biggest moves with the most volume. Because we have potential of GMBL, NXTP, RMCO right now at the open. It looks like we have that increase in volume here on NXTP. I'm going to send out some alerts just in case if I don't have it pulled up. I can get alerted in case they do pop up without me, so I can switch focus. So I'm just putting alerts where I potentially would be interested in the stock. So, you know, for the breakback over 7, I would be interested in that. RMBL, anywhere near the high, or RMCO, sorry. Anywhere kind of near the highs here, I want to be interested in for the break of 5. And similar with NXTP, breakback over 250. All right, so we got about 4 minutes to the bell. Thanks for tuning in for the pre-market pump. Hopefully you guys get green today. Good luck. If you guys are still watching, hit that thumbs up button, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys on the flip side for the post-market recap. All right, good luck today. Hope you guys get green. Have a great Christmas, and peace out.